What's up, YouTube? How you doing out there? Welcome to my Cowboys family. Look, we're at the airport. Check it out.
We're here.
Boom. We're taking off, guys. We're leaving. We're ready to go. We got about 20 minutes, so we're going to discuss some stuff with you guys. Those that are watching, welcome. Hit that like button, guys. Make sure you hit subscribe to my Cowboys family. Let the family grow.
That's right, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss when we're live. X Factor,
And
yes.
follow us on Twitter. Don't forget. Peace out. Yes, Dallas. We
No,
love
it was
you.
awesome meeting you yesterday,
Yes.
X Factor. Meeting the rest of the crew. We got to
Yeah.
see a bunch of people, but guys, we're going to hop to the news because we don't have much time.
A lot of stuff going on, guys. Of course, Jason Witten didn't officially retire, but he's retired. He's going to the ESPN Monday Night Football this year. The deal was, I think that people were saying that there was not many options for him to go to the booth next season, and that kind of swayed his ideas.
Oh, so basically, if he chose to stay another year and then try to see if he could get to the booth in 2019,
He might not be a spot
he might
open.
not be able to do it.
So that's one of the reasons. I'm just going through the news here real quick as fast as I can, guys, so bear with me here. Some people are saying we got to go for someone like a Dallas Goedert, who's really overall, even Hayden Hurst, probably the number one guy out there. So someone we have to keep an eye on there.
Yes, obviously, whether Witten chooses to announce it today or if he chooses to wait till after the draft, tight end is a huge need for us.
And think about this. Think about in that little thumbnail, you can see the three players: Dez, Romo, and Witten. Romo last year gone.
Dez this year gone, Witten this year gone.
And you talk about other guys that have been there for a while. You got Scandrick. You got a bunch of guys that are cut and gone. Like Scandrick, Dez, Witten, Romo. DeMarco Murray from a couple of years earlier. So a lot of guys gone. It's crazy how a year
Definitely
changes
a new
things.
generation.
Yeah, it's almost like a rebuilding, which is kind of scary. At the tight ends, tight ends have 9 career catches on the team right now. Swain, Rico Gathers, Blake Jarwin, 9 career catches.
At least they can rap.
Yeah, they got bars for days, son.
We need help, NDM Boogie. You are right. We need a lot of help.
So again, I'm gonna here's the thing, guys. The Cowboys have said publicly, Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones, that the Witten situation is not official. He wants to take a couple days to think it over with his family. That equals read between the lines. Think about it. It means that Witten is just gonna rethink it till after the draft, so nobody thinks that we're gonna try to get a tight end. Come on, we let the Leighton Van Der Esch thing slip. There's no secrets with the Cowboys. Everything spills out.
Yeah.
Same thing with this situation. It's spilling out. So everybody already knows Witten is going to retire. It's just an
It's
inconvenient
just, here we are.
situation. Bad timing. 2 in a row, guys. You're 2 for 2 in less than 24 hours. Fantastic, Dallas Cowboys.
And yes, Vaj, we are unfortunately leaving. We have our kids' championship game to coach tomorrow, so we have to head back now. There were no
Cowboys
other
and family
flights.
first, man.
So it is what it is, guys. But we're glad to be here and glad to be here yesterday and meet up with a bunch of you and see all of you. And
We saw your videos, Vaj. We don't have a problem with Leighton Van Der Esch as far as like the actual player he probably can
it's
be.
the position he was picked
It's the
at.
place he was picked. He was picked too damn early. If we had the situation the way it played out, number one, maybe we could have gone up 2 picks to get Derwin James. Hindsight's 2020, right? But we also could have dropped down.
Oh, whoopsie.
What happened, Dave? No,
No,
leave it.
just checking the time.
We could have dropped down a couple picks, even 5 picks. We got another 3rd rounder. We could have dropped down 10 picks and got another 2nd rounder. Which now, as you can see, it caught the Cowboys off guard with Jason Witten retiring. The Cowboys probably had an idea he was going to go soon, guys. Obviously, he needs to retire.
Yeah, but this definitely sounds like it came out of left field for pretty much a lot of people.
Stephen
in the Cowboys
Jones, Jerry
organization.
Jones, they were all the whole organization is kind of in shock. Don't know why. They should have expected this. Again, typical Jason Garrett, Jerry Jones, non-adjustment issues with this coaching staff, with this front office. It trickles down from the top to the bottom. That's the situation here, guys.
And
That's the Cowboys in a nutshell.
Can't wait to see that video. Again, Leighton Van Der Esch, I'm sure, is going to be a great addition to the Cowboys. I just think
We're
that we
rooting
could
for
have,
him.
yes, I just think that we could have done a lot more at 19, or if we're going to get Van Der Esch anyway, we could have traded down. Too late now, guys.
For sure. Van Der Esch would have been ready, would have been there 10 picks later. He might have been there in the 2nd round. Instead, Rashawn Evans, instead other guys I think are better than him.
But,
Impact style. But he's versatile.
We could have
He-
traded up in the 2nd round for him. I mean, we could have done a lot of.
That would have been a
other
waste.
things.
That would have been a waste to trade up for him. There's other guys out there like Jerome Baker and Malik Jefferson who can play linebacker. Look, the Cowboys like him. They have a specific like about him, and that's the fact he plays all 3 linebacker spots in the 4-3. Even though we kind of have a nickel base, do we really need 3 starting linebackers? I don't mind taking linebacker. I know Marinelli's defense, they rotate. So you do need linebackers. It's not just the 2 starters and you're done. But we have a nickel Byron Jones being basically the third linebacker slash
Yeah.
corner slash safety, whatever you want to call him. But he's going to be out there on
Jack of all
most
trades.
packages. So when you look at it all together, yeah, I mean, you're not really picking a starter, but you kind of are. Because in a Marinelli rotational defense, he's a starter, just like Sean Lee and Jalen Smith. They're going to rotate him around. They're not going to keep these guys in the whole game. And you don't have 3 spots open. I mean, you don't have 4-3. You have usually 3 linebackers, and they will play that sometimes. But most of the time they're going to play nickel. So
yeah, and I don't know if it's a trust issue with Jalen. I just think that they're hedging their bets and they don't want to put all their eggs in the Jalen Smith basket still. Just in case. Or in the Sean Lee basket. That's the point. We don't have a linebacker that we can 100% trust.
And that's the thing. People say, oh, man, we don't like linebackers with injury history. We don't like linebackers get injured. And then we draft the freaking linebacker that has an injury history. A history of injuries, concussions, neck injury. Guys, like a large amount of teams took Van Der Esch off their draft board, completely off their board.
Because of that.
You think you think the Cowboys know something more? I don't know. I agree with you. We are building a super pass rush defense, a pass defense, because of who? You know it. Chris Richard. That's the biggest free agent pickup we had this year, honestly speaking, guys.
All right, baby. So hit us with the rest of the news.
Yeah, she gets me back on track, guys. Getting into this stuff here, guys. Again, I'm trying to keep it. It's going to bounce back and forth between Witten and Van Der Esch, but and also a quick preview. But I think we're going to pick in the second round. And you guys might not like it from what I'm hearing. So the Cowboys. They've said, Stephen Jones said, we quote, we have tight ends rated throughout the draft. Those are all things we look at. So, yeah, they looked at it. And, of course,
they're really looking.
Now I'm hearing that they're actually at the war room right now, reshuffling their papers. They got to figure something out.
Trying to squeeze in that tight end in the second and third.
Here's some notable tight ends, guys. Dallas Goedert, South Dakota State, 6'5", 256. Mike Gesicki, Penn State, 6'5", 247.
I might be biased, guys, but I think he's the one.
I like both these guys. Mark Andrews, I'm not so sold on. He's from Oklahoma. He's 6'5", 256. You can see the numbers, almost all the same. And then the biggest guy, weight-wise, the shortest, just by an inch, 6'4". Ian Thomas from Indiana, 6'4", 259. I still like 2 other guys that's not on this list, but probably couldn't be immediate impact guys. Fumagalli, 9 fingers, man. I'm all in on him. And the guy from Miami Hurricanes, Chris Herndon, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Those guys. I'm down with those guys if it was later. But now we got to go with someone even more ready to go than those 2 guys, developmental guys. So
now, and I saw a few of you guys mentioning X Factor said it that the reports coming out saying Cortland Sutton is going to be our second round pick at 50.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. There's been some reports on that. Some people are saying it's going to happen. That would be I think that would be a disaster.
So, but I think it shows where the Cowboys' minds were at before this Witten thing dropped. So it sounds like there was a good chance they would have gone Cortland Sutton second round, but with this new news, how does that change things? I guess we'll find out later tonight.
Cortland Sutton is one of those news, but there's another piece in that news, guys, because if the Cowboys go receiver or tight end with their second pick, they're not. I'm telling you this right now, guys. Pretty much the Earl Thomas thing for the second pick, 50 overall. Forget about it. It's probably off the table, guys. Yeah. I don't see it happening. It could happen. I've actually seen reports that there's going to be a trade with Earl Thomas for somebody, and the Cowboys are one of those teams. There's a possible trade. I don't want to say the trade. There's a possible trade on the table, but for the Cowboys, not involving number 50 anymore. That's what I'm hearing. They have their heart set on Cortland Sutton, and the word is that if he's there at 50, they're taking him, like you said. So, I don't like that pick at all. I just hate it. I think Will Hernandez could possibly, he probably won't be there, but we can't even trade up for any of these guys now because we don't have anything to trade up for.
We're screwed.
Unless we throw in a 6th-round pick, we got 3 of them. I don't want to give up our 4th. We have 2 fourths. We may give up the second 4th, but
I don't know.
We got to give up stuff to move up. You know what I'm saying? And so when you have so many needs, you need these 9, 10 picks. So. So as far as Jason Witten, guys, you got to remember something. Back to Jason Witten, all right?
Yeah, so as far as his contract and what this means for our cap space.
Yeah, there's no dead money. There's no penalty, all right?
Stop moving your leg.
Oh, sorry guys, I'm shaking around here. There's no negative impact on the Cowboys, no dead money, but also no freed up money that we know of yet. We said $6 million. We heard some reports. It looks like because he didn't sign it yet, it actually opens up the fact that we don't have to pay him, and we don't have to pay him, so we're not losing money this year.
The contract was restructured, but since he didn't finish finalizing it and signing it, it looks like the Cowboys won't have to pay him. We don't lose any money. It just kind of stays. It's
a financial bullet dodge. Thank goodness on that. Now they're going to make a statement on Jason Witten, which he did, Jerry Jones, and he did say that Jason Witten's going to take time with his family. I'm actually going to give you the actual quote. Bear with us, guys.
We got a lot of news, and we only have about 5 more minutes to get it out to you. So,
Here's what he said, Jerry Jones. I've talked with Jason Witten several times this week. We've had great discussions. I'll keep the details private forever. He has some things to think about and discuss with his family from a professional perspective. He hasn't made any decisions today. Guys, he's retiring. He's not officially retired, he's retiring.
They're basically just asking him to duct tape his mouth until after the draft.
Yeah, which too bad they didn't tell him that beforehand. Obviously, you got that. I want to know what it is. Hold on. I want to know what it is that actually made Jason Witten flip so quick. You know what I mean?
An X factor with another $2 holiday. Thank you, Jason Witten, for not signing the restructure. And you know what? Even if the Cowboys themselves might not have known when they restructured, it sounds like Witten himself might have known and maybe held off on signing it on purpose or finalizing it while he continued to explore his professional options. So
he's already made the decision, though, guys. He's already made a decision with ESPN and Monday Night Football. He can't do Monday Night Football and play for the Cowboys, so we know what the answer is. And so does all the other 31 teams know the same thing.
Again,
so,
much like the Dez thing for the last 3 months, here and now, the writing is on the wall. And
just like the Leighton Vander Esch thing with the last week or so, the writing was on the wall. Cowboys are spewing too much shit when it comes to
a little too
not letting out, not letting out.
We shouldn't be able
information.
to guess what you're doing.
Yeah, if we know it, then you know all the other teams have known it probably longer than we have. Yeah, no, hold on. 4? Hey, we got like 5 minutes, guys. So let me just see something here. It looks really bad.
I know you mentioned about Vander Esch, the fact that he was taken off a lot of people's draft boards because of that neck injury and then concussions and other injury issues he's had. So
now, when I said about getting a veteran linebacker, going back to Vander Esch, in free agency, Stephen Jones said when it comes to that, rule it out. They asked him, "Can you rule out a veteran linebacker now that we, you know?" Stephen Jones said, "Quote, I think so." So Navarro Bowman, these Cowboys are breaking our hearts, man. But we don't have even an opportunity, it seems, sometimes to get some of these guys. And the thing is because the Cowboys did not write Witten an actual check yet for the restructured contract. That's why it's not going to hit us. So yes, it was actually, an accounting procedure that actually held it back. So that actually helped us.
Now, I wonder if they, some of the other contracts that we've re-signed and restructured, I wonder if they also haven't signed on the dotted line. So just kind of you know what? I'm a down low fan of the Kardashians. I don't watch it, but I do keep up.
I will say this: I'm not a fan. But here's the thing: I will say I'm a fan of the Dallas Cowboys. And here's the thing: Jason Witten, it hurts a lot. The guys, this is a factual statement here. I don't care what the Cowboys are going to say. The Cowboys, Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Jason Garrett, and the whole organization, they had a clue he was going to retire. It could happen. But they were sideswiped by this today, guys. They did not expect it at all.
Yeah, on a professional and personal level, I'm sure that this has to hurt.
Yeah, I wonder if Jerry Jones would categorize this now as the best for all parties involved. Remember Des Bryant? Now you just got to taste your own medicine. All you did on both of these things, Jerry Jones and company, is hurt the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, and you know what? Tinfoil hat on for a second, guys. What if Jason Witten, part of it wasn't just the fact that the Monday Night Football spot might close up, but after the way that they handled the situation with Dez, do you think that Witten just didn't feel comfortable waiting another year in case they tried to get rid of him the same way?
Could be, but here's the thing too, Steven. Maybe he felt dissed by the organization.
True.
In the end, though, he's still friends with Jerry Jones. And don't get it twisted up, guys.
But again, personal and business are two separate things. On a business end, he could have just said that he's done.
Stephen Jones said, "Quote: We really feel good about our tight ends. With what we have in our roster, Swaim, Jarwin, Rico, we got some really good football players. We don't think we're going through the season without a good tight end." Well, that's great. We don't have a great tight end. We don't have a starting tight end.
That's funny. So I'm not gonna lie, he's gonna look scary wearing that neck brace around his neck with our uniform.
Yeah, it reminds me of the old school players. But hey, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see him just look. I want him playing like a Pro Bowler. We're gonna hold him to it. Listen, the timing of Jason Witten hurts, of course, because think about this. Not just because it happened in the draft.
There were free agents we could have gotten.
We missed out on a lot of big names, guys. Think about this: Jimmy Graham. You saw him out there. We could have had a shot for him with all that money open now. Trey Burton, Eric Ebron, Tyler Eifert. These guys are all out there.
Were out there, and now they're not. They're gone. The ones who are out there, can anyone name me a single tight end that's worth anything that's still out there?
Because it's happened so late.
Exactly.
So Rico's the best option we have.
Which there's also some rumors saying that Rico, depending on how he does, he might not even make the squad.
Some people saying he won't make the 53. Who's going to be our main guy? Swain? Blake Jarwin? Time for a rookie to come into play here, guys, to give Rico a little rush.
We're going to wrap this up in a minute. They're calling our flight.
Stephen Jones said, "I'm not aware at this point about Witten." He said, "I'm not aware at this point. I think Jerry is speaking with him," and he did speak with him, obviously.
Yes.
This is Jason Witten said 2 weeks ago. He said this. Jason Witten, listen to this quote: "There's been a lot of things that have happened over the years, especially the last few months. Maybe one day that'll happen as far as retiring, but hopefully I can play until I'm 40." like some of these other guys we're talking about, I guess like Brady and that kind of stuff. So just 2 weeks ago he said this. So we, in a matter of a year, we've lost our all-time passing leader for the Dallas Cowboys. We've lost our all-time touchdown reception leader for the Cowboys. And we lost our all-time catches and receiving yards leader for the Dallas Cowboys. This tells me rebuilding.
We are.
Yeah, and
again, it's funny because again we're saying rebuilding when we have an offensive line, basically all Pro Bowlers. We have Zeke, we got Dak, we got all these. I guess Dak is part of the rebuilding, but we have a lot of guys that are obviously not rebuilding.
I'm telling you one thing,
guys.
we're a great place. We're a great place for guys to come play, not win a Super Bowl, and then go into broadcasting, go into media. We got a lot of great broadcasters on our team, but we don't win games broadcasting. Stephen Jones said that I think I made that mention already. Van Der Esch, guys, Van Der Esch officially is going to be number 55, as you see in the thumbnail.
That's right.
And just we're going to finish this up with the draft talk, guys. Cortland Sutton, as we said, looks like the pick the Cowboys are focusing on at number 50, which is freaking insane. It's stupid, but they're going to probably pull it. But here's the thing, guys. Right now, with the Earl Thomas situation, it looks like he might be able to be traded for a third round pick.
But remember, he's looking to get paid top dollar, guys.
And that's the thing I wanted to mention with that, because here's the thing, guys. The money this year would be dead money, $8.5 million we have to pay. But the Cowboys won't get him unless we get a long-term deal in a trade for a third round pick now. Now it's dropped to third. We're hearing that the Seahawks are looking for a third round because they got a second. I think they dropped out of the first, got a second, so they have a second now. They want a third. They try and get rid of Earl Thomas. And the thing is this, guys, that if you get a long-term deal with Earl Thomas, and that means that that's a good thing for the Cowboys. We want a long-term. We want a 3 or 4 year deal extension, or 3 year extension. Let's say 4 years. That means you actually lose less money for the future against us on the salary cap. So that's a positive.
It could definitely
in
work
signing
out,
him.
but let's see what the Cowboys decide. But guys,
so just
we have
during
to
the
go.
draft, look for that to possibly happen today. Round 2 and 3, guys. We'll be in the air. We're going to be celebrating when we get and see what happens.
As soon as we land, we'll live stream from the plane.
As fast as we can, guys.
But guys, thank you for joining us here. Make sure to hit like, sub it up, hit that notification bell, and follow us on Twitter as well. And never forget the number one thing.
You know what it is, guys. Forever, it's right here, here, all over. You know what it is, guys. And we're in Dallas saying it for the last time before we get on the plane. Go Cowboys! Yeah, everyone heard us. I don't care. We're in Dallas, baby. Peace. Much love. Stay safe. Go Cowboys.